My name is Andrew Lloyd, and I will be talking to you about purebreds versus mutts today. Many people suggest that mutts live longer than purebreds because purebreds are more likely to develop genetic disorders. And a purebred would be a dog that has one breed in them and one breed only, and a mutt would be a dog that has more than one breed in them. Most of the time, you would get your purebreds from a puppy mill or a private breeder, and your purebreds are most of the time have papers saying that they are a purebred and they have their family history from around 100 years back. But your mutts or mixed breed, they usually come from someone that their dogs had puppies and they didn't want them, or they could still come from a puppy mill, and they are usually thrown into or given to shelters. This is why mixed dogs, mixed breeds, are more likely to develop fear-based problems rather than genetic problems. In a research from 1995 to 2010, researchers studied 27,254 dogs with inherited disorders at the University of California, Davis Veterinary Medical Teaching School. And there have been studies about puppy mills, which is where most of your purebreds would come from. And puppy mills care more about the money rather than the health of the animals. And your mixed breeds can come from a puppy mill too. If you buy a purebred pet, you're probably getting one that's 8 weeks of age. That's when puppies are more compatible to leave their parents and start on puppy food. And they're capable of absorbing social cues. And mixed breeds don't have as many perks. They are more likely to end up in shelters, which causes them to have more of a fear-based behavior problems rather than genetic disorders. Because a purebred, they're being bred over and over and over, and that genetic disorder could not show up for years and years and years, and you're just putting it into the next set of puppies and then putting it into the next set of puppies. And some of these genetic disorders can be cancers, cardiac disorders, endocrinium disorders, orthopedic disorders, or they could have things like epilepsy, bloating, cataracts, allergies, dermatitis, and then stuff like that are found more in purebreds rather than mixed breeds. Usually you would take the puppy that you get from a puppy mill and take it to a veterinarian that knows what they're doing and has training to see if the puppy is okay. And not all puppy mills are bad. Some of them have veterinarians on call to make sure that they can single out the genetic disorders and to keep those puppies from reproducing. And most of the veterinarians that work with puppy mills are certified and they have a license to be a veterinarian. Thank you for listening, and that is all.